Hi Scorpio, I hope that you're all doing well. This reading is going to cover the next 4 days for you. We are starting off with the star. The star is connected with Aquarius. The star is connected also with healing. It is with your hopes and your dreams, your sense of purpose. I think in a big way, your sense of direction as well. We also have Wheel of Fortune coming out. There can be something that feels like more faded that's taking place here. With the Wheel of Fortune, it speaks about things that it's like time for this stuff to be happening. I'm also seeing strength here. So we have Aquarius and we also have Leo here. And in between the two of them, we have the Wheel of Fortune. There may be something important that you're feeling called to do, feeling called to go in the direction of, and it can be something that you feel like really allows you to maybe step more fully into your journey here. This is something that can feel a little bit difficult to do when we have strength. It's something that it takes tenacity, it can take courage, it can take faith to do this. There can be something creatively that's going on here with strength. Okay. This looks like it's connected with something that you are getting through. I'm seeing Ten of Swords and I'm seeing the Sun come out after. Okay. I get the sense that something here is closing out or something recently happened, but then having the Sun come out after, it feels like a sense of relief. And I feel almost like you're free to move, which maybe when you were going through that cycle connected with the Ten of Swords, it's something where it may have gotten really heady. There may have been something going on that felt like you just had to deal with it and couldn't really get out of dealing with whatever that is. But then seeing the Sun come out next, it feels like, okay, that's over and done with. And now I'm like free from having to do this anymore. And I'm on to the next thing. And seeing that Knight of Wands, I feel kind of like, I mean, both Sun and the Knight of Wands, I feel like you have a sense of freedom now. Like that's, I'm not obliged to be doing that anymore. Like it's over and done with, and like I don't have to deal with that anymore. So now I can just do what I want here. So you have like a bit more freedom, but this can be something where like you had to fully deal with this in order to get to that point. I feel kind of like the universe handed you something that you had to deal with and it wasn't easy to do, Scorpio. At the same time, it feels like you have dealt with this and now you are moving forward and things are getting better. And it can be too about recognizing you're in a different place now. Could have definitely been questioning things though. Chapters are there, but you could have been having a hard time connecting with that, like feeling totally present to it. Yeah, you may have decided not to take something on here. Like, I feel kind of like you're on a bit of a journey now where you're recognizing what is possible for you, what's available to you, and what you're really going to feel happy with at the end of the day. And I feel like this is some big stuff, like having this reading be for like covering your next 4 days, having the Star, having Wheel of Fortune, having Strength, having Sun. These are a lot of very prominent energies here that we have. The Star is going to be connected with your path where you are. So maybe there's something going on where you're like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Let me make sure that I'm on track in a way that I need to be. Then having Wheel of Fortune and having Ace of Cups, these are like the faded chapters that end up opening up, and there can be something about a connection. There can be something about a relationship that's opening up for you now, Scorpio. Seeing this becoming available to you, it may give you some context for something else that you have going on. For example, some of you may want to open up this Ace of Cups, because with the Ace of Cups, it's a chapter that becomes available to you where there's potential for you to go in that direction. But having Strength and having Eight of Cups, you may have to leave something else behind in order to connect with this, if this is something that you want. And when we have the Eight of Cups too, maybe there's a situation that you're looking at and you feel like you have gotten all of the nutrients that you can from that, and that you're not going to like pull anything else from it, but it may be difficult to make that call, and it may be difficult to even make that move here, but having strength above it, you can feel in your heart this is what you need to be doing. And there can be a part of you that questions that, like, do I know myself well enough? Do I know my path well enough? Am I seeing this clearly enough to be able to make that call and to be decisive here and to do what needs to be done? Because I think that, you know, this is reminding me of another theme that came through in the last reading that I did for Scorpio. The main thing coming through was about self-trust. It wasn't that you're not able to assess things. It wasn't that you were like measuring wrong. It's that you may not always trust yourself when you do. Like, you have very clear takes on things, but you may not always trust that within yourself. And it feels like this is a time when you are building that within you. Also too, having Aquarius and having Leo here, this is an access point that's connected with our authenticity and us showing up in a way that truly honors our soul, truly honors the way that we feel, the calls that we feel like are right for us to be doing, what's going on with our head, what's going on within our heart, and making choices where these things are connected with one another, and recognizing that this is something that you really are like gaining the illumination of this access point. And it's about not compromising. It's about trusting yourself and trusting, I think, really just the insight that you have, that you really can trust yourself. You really can trust the calls that you want to be making here, and to not only have feelings, but to pursue action based off of the feelings that you have. Because it's more than just a feeling. This is like these deep intuitive insights that you have, that you are meant to be acting on, but you may not always trust yourself to be acting on those things. And this is a situation that's meant to empower this side of yourself. So with that Ten of Swords, there may be something here where you have to make a call, and it can be something that feels imminent. It can also be something that feels significant and big in your life right now. Yet, it feels like this is about trusting what you're seeing here and trusting yourself. That you really can do this. Maybe your priorities are shifting as well. And that's what's changing things for you too. Like, maybe you're getting more clear on that. I get this sense as well, like you've been going through times when you can feel like tired of not having what you need, like tired of not feeling connected with what you need. We have an Ace of Cups here, which is a chance for you to connect with your Ten of Cups. This is a chance for you to pursue something that you would feel like truly connected with it, and it's something that nourishes you. Whereas maybe you're in a situation where it's feeling kind of dehydrated now, and you need to separate from it and make that call so that you can open up to new chapters. And knowing that when you're playing a role where you become that responsible party within your life, these are just the decisions that have to be made. And it's to create that best life for you to be connecting with. Knowing that you're the only one that can do this, you're the only one that can make these calls and make these choices for you, because you're the one that's in charge of building your life. And so whether this is something you neglect or it is something that you very much confront here, that's all on you. And I think recognizing that this is like an individual process, and that it's really just about whatever it is that you prefer here, you allow yourself to have that type of power. And it is something that's naturally fitting for you, right? Like Scorpio, it speaks about themes of power, of empowerment, of what allows us to feel empowered within our lives, ways that we can go about doing it where it doesn't really satisfy that, versus ways that we can do it where it does feel fulfilling to us. And this is something that you're on the path to discovering currently and getting the opportunity to play this out. But maybe it feels like a little bit of a confusing time for you. yet. You're going towards your 10 of Cups. I really feel like if only you will trust yourself and trust your instinct here, you are going to see that these are the right choices, even though they can feel like difficult choices to be making. Because stuff is just, it's run out of time within your storyline, and it's time to exit that and open up the new chapters that are presenting themselves to you. So you feel like life really does go on after this point and you're not just stuck here. I feel like you're stepping into a very important era within your life, and that there's stuff that's coming to light that you're going to feel so tuned into and you're going to feel so connected with. You're going to be like, I did this for me, and I did this so I could feel happy with things, and not just happy in a superficial way. This is like in a deep way, having deep peace about the life that you're living and a deep sense of fulfillment that cannot be shaken. And all that by knowing that you're where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that being something innately within you that you are honoring here. Because whose life are you living for? And I think bringing yourself back into the storyline in this way, where you're like, this is my journey, this is my story. Like, what have I been doing here? It empowers you to do something, to make these calls here that need to be made. And I really do get the sense like, you're connecting with the Knight of Wands, which this is the part of you that like you have the power to live in the moment here. That is part of what's connected with the fire energy. And us ending the spread with the Sun and then also having the Emperor there, which is Sun and it's Aries, this is your ability to self-guide. This is your ability to trust yourself, that you're the one that knows best for you, and that you are very much it's like you're in the position to be making these calls within your life. It's you. Like you are at the like top of this. Like you are the what is it? Like the ultimate authority on your life. And that this is a time when you can really step into that more fully. And I think too that it's one of those times where it's like, you may have to do something, you may have to make some tough calls here, but at the end of the day, you can feel at the same time like this is just like what's required of you when you're showing up within your life in this way. And that's the big focus here. All right. With that being said, we are going to leave the reading here. I do feel like there's a transition that's in the process of happening. I'm seeing the beginning of a chapter opening. I'm seeing also the ending of something. I'm seeing a transition being made between the two of them, and that being the big thing that's going on right now. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for connecting. I am sending everybody love, and I will catch you guys next time.